after working from our condo downtown London for about a year or so, we moved into the Research Park, which if you haven't been there, you should definitely take a walk over. And around that time, the Research Park at Western, the Tech Alliance actually moved into the same kind of area of this one office building. And I didn't really know a whole lot about them. And so, yeah, they were a great resource for me. And I think the first thing was actually going through, I guess they're like similar to venture services or some advisory services program, in which case I was able to get some feedback on the business plan. And the business plan was one of these ridiculous, 70-page copy and pasted from other random business plans I found on Google and grabbing meaningless market research. It was 77 pages. And it was just like I printed this baby off with like this cool laminate cover, and it was so cool. And I gave it to him, this fellow Carmen, and he's like, okay, yeah. He's like, wow, this is really impressive, And he gives it back to me a week later, and it's got like no less than like 9 coffee mug stains all over the top, like melted my laminate thing, all marked up in red. And I'm like, wow, I feel like I'm in grade school. And it's like. And he's like, hey, you gotta trim this down to like 20 pages or less, because nobody's ever gonna read this. And on every page it was like, why does this matter? Why does this matter? And what I learned from that was that focus is super important, as is having good mentors. So I use Tech Alliance as probably the main local community support group.
Government resource we used a lot of. If you're looking to start a game company, OMDC provides 40% back on every dollar you spend, which is insane. And there are grants that you can apply for, which are awesome, that you can't find anywhere else in the world. If you're looking at R&D, you can apply for strike credits. I love that. It's literally like you get 50 cents for every dollar you spend on R&D, and this is for salaries. Other resources, I think, the best resources are on the internet. It's ridiculous the amount of amazing advice that you can get that like just would top anything we possibly could share with you. Like when I started, we paid like $300-400 an hour or maybe more just to pay a lawyer to educate us on how to structure a stock options program. And now you can go on the internet and get like 14 top lawyers that can explain every possible thing to you in like a super nice blog that like has diagrams and pictures and like discussions below from like other like super successful entrepreneurs, and like you go to Quora and get like 14 other data points. It's like there's no excuse for people not to be fully equipped to do something ridiculously awesome. I mean, the amount of knowledge you have on the internet, it's unbelievable. Like, you almost don't need to go to school. Seriously. Like, I actually was just sitting on a panel that said, like, should you stay in school or not stay in school if you want to be an entrepreneur? This is funny enough, this is like for the Stone School, which is a $200 million school that's being built in engineering school in Toronto. And I was obviously advocating that you don't need to go to school. But like one of the reasons why is because there's so much information that if you have the drive and the curiosity and the passion and the desire, there's so much information on the internet that is so amazing. And you can actually sometimes even interact with some of these amazing people if you know how to pitch them and get one-on-one time with some of these people. So you just gotta be resourceful. And don't just limit yourself to London. I mean, there's like a world of information literally inside your phone.
Yeah. Principally, Charlie Johnston at IRAP was instrumental for us. I mean, we got 2 small funding grants that in the second year of our existence paid for my salary. In the third year paid for somebody else's salary, so like under $50,000. It's not easy to get at the time. The government was flush with cash, and they gave them a big budget to spur some entrepreneurship. So, and Charlie's great. Again, at the Research Park at the NRC building. Don't just walk in and ask for them. You gotta, a lot of times you gotta be referred to for these kinds of things to really get noticed among the crowd. So I know you were at the College Circle, the Research Park. Joel, for me, it was too expensive when we went through it. It was just like too expensive per square foot.
Joel's an awesome resource.
Yeah, Joel's a great resource. Runs the hacker studios. So I don't know if the Elaborate Studios downtown. So that's a great resource. You got Tech Alliance, Communitech down in Waterloo. Has some really good, serial entrepreneurs, guys that are advising. And there's the Mars Center in Toronto. So they're all there to help. But it's up to you, and you got to apply for all these programs. And we killed it on Shred. We took total advantage of Shred to get the money back that you pay out. There's also the other one is internship programs. So there was a small business internship program that we took advantage of a couple of times. That you have to put the money up, but you're getting most of it. I think you got 79% of it back. So
we're hiring interns.
Yeah. So there's a lot of things out there, but you really have to know what's out there. There's a lot of government things out there. Gary Will right here that was instrumental in starting, really, like 10, 15 years ago, starting the Waterloo growth of startups through, talk about hustle and passion through a newsletter that we would just send out a newsletter profiling tech companies in the area. Ultimately grew to Communitech and spent some time here in London. Back at Communitech and kind of as a floating resource, and we got John. So there's a ton of things out there, and there's, like Albert said, there's no excuse. There's resources on the ground. You got to get off your butt and go see them, and then the internet. You can get anything under the sun on the internet now. Any type of legal document.
Legal documents.
Yeah, templates. I think you shared a link on your site way back when you did Bubbleshare. It's not way back.
That's 2007.
Yeah,
that's way back.
Yeah, Bubbleshare that I think it pointed to a Carnegie Mellon professor that shared all of his stuff about financing. I think it was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I still have that bookmark.
Wow.
That was a phenomenal write-up. It was like a 3-part series. If I can find it, I'll send it to you. You can send it out. Yeah. But just everything's good. Don't pay somebody to do a shareholder agreement. Do one and then pay somebody to look it over.
Yes.
Man, don't file it and say it's gold. Pay somebody to look it over. And that's the other thing. Like even Deloitte, who've been my accountants forever, had a small business program, or still have probably, I don't know, have a small business program which we paid the same we would have paid an accountant down the street.
On the internet, there's almost no excuse for you to fail. Like you can be anywhere.
That's a tweetable. Someone should tweet that.
Seriously. Well, the internet, you have access to information that would within 2 minutes of Google searching, I could give you information that would cover all this stuff and make us look retarded. It's that good.
So on that point, so the internet is there. Everyone has access to it, but not all of us are yet Albert. And I think the reason why is it's a perspective thing. The difference between a non-entrepreneur and an entrepreneur is an entrepreneur knows how to leverage their resources, and the internet.
I'm a better quote. One of my investors, James Hong, he's the founder of Hot or Not. This is the best quote. They know how to leverage resources they don't have. That's a true entrepreneur.
True.